Now we are going to move on to part 2, and we're going to add the interactivity. Now, the reason we add interactivity is because it allows us to test the user experience. Remember, the entire course I've been saying, put yourself in the shoes of the user, put yourself in the shoes of the user. So we create this interactive prototype at this stage in the design process so we can visualize the navigation between the screens of each device. So a couple of things that interactivity does for you. It allows you as the designer to, number one, we're going to bring this interface to life, meaning we get to test the usability of each device. And it allows us, by testing, it allows us to find problems. So we test the user experience by adding the interactions with our controls. So after we've completed the designing, meaning we've done all the revisions that are necessary, we've added the color, the character styles, the symbols. Now we're going to connect them to, again, visualize how the user is going to experience your project. So a couple things that interactivity, or a couple questions that interactivity will answer for you. It will identify where users would be encountering issues, navigation issues. They would identify where navigation is not clear or if it's not consistent. It would definitely identify features that don't work. And it would also identify if you have a lot of confusing or incomplete information. So now let's get down to the fun part, which is prototyping. So I'm going to jump back into XD, and we are going to, here's my finalized project. We've been working in the design mode this entire project. So right now I want to add interactivity. And how we do that is very simple. The first thing we do is, as I said, we're working in design mode. We're going to switch to prototype. So very easy. You click on design, or from design, you click on prototype. And notice what happens when I click on prototype. I get this little start button on the web homepage. All right, some of the tools you'll notice will also go away. I don't have these tools. That's because we're not designing. We do have the zoom, so I want to zoom into here. Just kind of give you a better idea of what we're going to be doing. So now you have to plan on how you're going to navigate. That's why I suggested yesterday that you organize your screens in a logical order. Where am I going to go with this project? So if I have learn more, where does this learn more button take me to? If I click on it, it should take me here, correct? Okay, so all we do then to add interactivity, again, you have to be in the prototype. I click on this, and now look, you get this little blue circle with an arrow. This is what's called a trigger. All I do next is grab this arrow and take it over here. That says, hey, if you click on this, it's going to take you here. Okay, this learn more button, where would that take me? That's going to take me to the About Us page. I highlight that, and there we go. What if I want to go backwards? What do? I could click on up here. I can double click on the home, and I can bring that back here. These aren't going to go, I'm not putting these anywhere because they don't go to, I haven't created a page for that. The contact us, oh, that's pretty easy. I click on that, and here we go to the contact page. Now, this is very important. All these pages must be connected together, meaning you cannot have 3 different projects uploaded or 3 different videos. So to do that, this is very easy. I could say, okay, I'm going to take this submit, and I'm going to drag it and bring it down to the login page. So that means I'm going from here to here to here to here. That would then take me to here. So where do I go next? Well, let's zoom in on this project here. and I log in, well, that's what you do. You use the login, I create that, and it takes me to the home page. I could have this one go to the about or to the adoption page. I could take this button right here and drag it over here. I could do the same here. I could take this one and drag it to there. When I'm done here, I could just hit learn more, or I could, if I don't want to do that, I could select this page right here and drag it down to here. And where do we go from here? Well, it's the learn more. And that takes us up. That should take us up. Not right there. If I want to remove this, all I do is drag it off of there. That removed it. So I had it in the wrong place. So now I go right here. So again, if something's not going to the right place, all you do is come up to the arrow, click on it and remove it, and then it's removed. Easy, isn't it? Let's test this. Let's test this to see how it works. So we've added the interaction. If I come up here right up here is the desktop preview. Now, what happened here? Why is it starting right here? Well, the reason it's starting here is because this is the one that's highlighted. Let's just exit out of this, and to test it, you want to come back and select your home page because that's your starting point. And now, here we go. Learn more. Look at that. Okay, where does this go? This goes back. I can go to the About Us. I can go to the Contact Us. That takes us to the phone. I log in. And we're missing a spot to go back. Look what that just did. That identified a problem, correct? So let's go back in here and let's fix that. So we knew that once we got to here, something's not right. Let's remove this. Let's take this page and we'll go right here. That should fix this. Maybe if we want to go back, I could take this and maybe send it to go back. So that says it goes back. So let's just try this. Remember, we want to test it from, let's just test from this page. That's where we encountered the problem. So now it takes us here, we log in. We can learn more. That goes to the newsletter, and we're done. Interactivity. If you want to see all the interactivity, all you have to do is highlight all the artboards and you can see all your interactivity so you can see where you're going. But again, these all have to be linked together. Pretty simple, wasn't it? But again, you should test it because as you saw in my example that I was able to identify places that were creating a stopping point for me. And I don't want that to be present in the video. Any questions on that? Any questions? Okay, now we're going to do the short video of how to record a video. So I'm going to stop this.